Welcome back. Monty here. Now we talked about this week, we've got to start learning some math, okay? I need you to know how to graph points, okay? When I say the point 1, 1, I need you to know where that is. 5, 1. You've got to be able to remember x, y. 5 over on the x-axis, 1 up on the y-axis. 2, 4, 6, 4. Pause the video, sketch that out. Okay? All right. Thanks for doing that. Now, is that indeed a parallelogram? Okay? So remember, what do we know? What skills are you bringing to the class? You know shapes. Think about, in order to determine if it's a parallelogram, what questions do I have to ask? All year, that's all we're doing. What do you know? What are you bringing? What are you thinking about? Monty said parallelogram. Is the top parallel to the bottom? Is the side parallel to the side? Okay? Now, the new learning, slope, rise over run. How far up? How far over? How far up? How far over? Okay? Let's do the math. Okay? I'm going to actually, for every one of these problems, every one of these shapes, dot, 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 dot. Make the little triangle. Rise over run. Rise over run. Okay? Let's do the math. How far is the rise? From 1 to 4. How far from 4 to 1? It went up from 1 to 4. That's 3 units. How far over? From 1 to 2. From 1 to 2, that's 1 unit. From 1 to 2 is just 1 unit. Rise over run. 3 over 1. That is the slope. 3 over 1. Okay, let's do it again. How far from 4 to 1? From 4 to 1 is 3 units. How far from 5 to 6? Okay, how far from 5 to 6? 5, 1. From 5 to 6 is 1 unit. What's the slope of that line? 3 over 1. Is 3 over 1 equal to 3 over 1? Absolutely. These slopes are the same. The slopes are the same. We can say they are parallel. Okay? So now that we know that the sides are parallel, remember how we make that notation? Okay, the little hash mark. So I'm going to draw off to the side here. Okay. Parallel. They are parallel. Now, just for fun, what's the slope of the top and the bottom? The slope of the bottom, well, if this is 1 unit in the air and this is 1 unit in the air, there is no slope. It did not rise. So 0 slope. How about the top? From 4 to 4. 1 to 1, 4 to 4. The top and the bottom have no slope. So I'm actually going to write that. Top and bottom, no slope. Well, if they have no slope, they're parallel. Parallel. We didn't even have to measure the distance to determine that this is indeed a parallelogram. So this week, we've got to make sure that graphically we can determine the slope of a line, rise over run. Okay? See you in class.